I just lost my job today. No warning, no nothing. They wouldn't even tell me why. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong. I have no savings. I have nothing. I just don't. I got in the exit interview and they said, today's gonna be your last day. My manager, my director was on the call. And then they were like, the decision has already been made, so we really don't have anything to hear from you. You're only gonna get paid for the one day you worked in August, and we'll give you your commission check, and that's the last of it. And end the call on me. I'm low. I'm low.
Man, let's get into it, man. It seems like the job market is trash. A lot of people is losing jobs. A lot of people is starting to get behind on bills. I was listening to another content creator, and he was like, he lost his job, and he's in trucking. He said, I can't even find a job in trucking right now. So it seems like the job market is trash. We got a collage of videos to go through of people who lost their job, out there panicking, which is, I understand, because that's how you pay your bills. That's how you take care of your family. And if you can't do that, man, of course, desperate people do desperate things in desperate times. So we're going to continue to go into it, man, and I'm going to get my commentary at the far end, man, after all these people tell you their story. Let's get into it.
I have been unemployed for 9 months. I left my last job because of personal issues, and it was just time for me to move on. I have actively been looking for a job for the last 5 months. I spend every week submitting 50 to 100 job applications. I do multiple rounds of interviews. I get callbacks. Then they're rescheduled. Then this is rescheduled. And then I get a rejection letter. And sometimes I don't get a rejection letter until 3, 4, 6 weeks later. So in order for me to pay my fucking bills and not starve, I applied for a part-time position in the deli at Whole Foods. I got an interview today for 11:45 a.m. I woke up early, got dressed, did my hair, did my makeup, was really excited to hopefully get hired. And then I show up 5 minutes early and I'm told that the interviewer or the hiring manager just went on their lunch break. And can I please wait outside for 15 minutes? I said, sure, no problem. Probably just got their wires crossed, right? It's just like an automatic system that like schedules these interviews. You know, I don't want to interrupt their day. Like, let them have their lunch break. Okay. And then 25 minutes goes by and nobody's come to get me. And it's now encroaching on 30 minutes past my scheduled interview time. So I go up to the service desk and I say, hey, can I speak to the hiring manager? He says, oh yeah, because you're here for an interview, right? So he calls the interviewer or the hiring manager on the walkie-talkie. He says, hey, you have your appointment, your interview here. I'm still on break. I can hear it through the walkie-talkie. They say, oh, could you wait a little bit longer? No. Actually, I actually can't. Like, I literally can't, because now I have to go home and continue filling out application after application after application in the hopes that I get an interview with someone who actually respects my time. I told them, this is terrible. You don't respect my time. I'm not interested. No, thank you. And I left. We're about to see people who have been job searching for 6 months up to a year. We're about to actively see people crashing the fuck out. We are about to see people who are good, hardworking, level-headed, patient people lose their fucking shit because these companies, these corporations are full of amoral, selfish assholes who don't care about other people's circumstances, who don't care about other people's fucking time. So when you see a video of me in 6 months fully fucking losing my shit in a Burger King because they won't fucking hire me, or they rescheduled it, or whatever the fuck may be, just know that I've had my patience, and I do respect other people's time. And unfortunately, no one else does the fucking same.
So I'm actually genuinely curious on how everybody that's unemployed is holding it down, because I've been unemployed since November 2024. At the time, I really didn't like my job, even though I came in with the approach that I'm grateful to have a job. My company did layoffs. I was one of those laid off, and I was actually happy about it. I told myself I'd get back into the job market within a couple of months, which I did, and it's August 2025, and I still have not been able to land a job. I've done everything. I've done DoorDash, which I have an older vehicle. It's not worth it. I've done UPS. I've done multiple different things, and I've applied to thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs. I'm not even exaggerating. I've had a few interviews. They've gone pretty much nowhere. Obviously, I'm unemployed. I'd take a lower paying job. I've taken lower paying jobs, felt completely I felt terrible about myself. And yeah, I've been able to hold it down, luckily, because I've had a lot of freelancing gigs that have covered my expenses month to month, with photography and videography. But I'm just curious how everybody else is unemployed, because I know a lot of people that aren't in my position and don't have the same accessibilities that I do. How are you guys holding it down?
I think I'm about to get fired because they just put a random meeting on my calendar with HR. Girl, I know what that means. Just get it over with. Like, we just text it to me.
Is experiencing a moment of significant change. So this has required us to manage the business more tightly, focusing on billability. So we in the other sectors have been working through efforts to increase staff billability to reach FY26 billability targets. And so we're continuously evaluating your location, or the expertise, or the years of experience, right? And so the decision is not made lightly by the leaders in the health account, but at this time, we're moving forward with your formal severance notification detail. And so now I am going to have Adam discuss the next steps, right? And for
would be on August 18th, which would be 10 business days from today. You are eligible for a severance payment, which is calculated based on your role and your tenure with the organization. And is because of this action, your access will be shut off tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So if there are any personal files,
please continue doing what you're doing, because
you know what? I am 34 years old. I have a bachelor's degree from Penn State in communications, and I can't get a fucking job at a grocery store. 3 interviews, 3 rounds to be a fucking janitor. This is how I show up. But there's a better candidate. I'm 34 years old with so much work experience. But you mean to tell me? So I called the store and asked her why. Could she please give me some feedback? I needed to be more detailed with my answers. The fucking question was, you're about to be on break for 15 minutes and a customer stops you and asks you to help them find the bread. I said I would gladly help them find the bread and then proceed with my break. How much more detail do you need? She also asked me another question. If someone was having a hard time finding something and they didn't know, they were about to leave the store because they're so frustrated, I said I would have them ask if they're tech savvy to download the app, show them exactly how to type in what they're looking for, and it'll pull up the aisle that it's in. How could I be any more direct? I would tell them, I'm sorry that you're having a hard time. Here, let me see if maybe this can help you. Said that. How is that not fucking detailed? I quit. I'm gonna be a bum. Fuck you.
So I know everybody's been talking about how bad this job market is, but I just want to show you something. So these are all the resumes that I got, right? I'm just gonna cover the info on them. But you know what I really want to show you is how many applicants we got for a simple cleaning job. Look at this. And these are all, so I got 91. I haven't even checked them all yet, but and they're all they keep on coming. And it's just a clean job in Miami, just so you know how bad of a job market is. It's
I really am having a hard time with the job market right now. So I have a Juris Doctorate, meaning I have a doctorate in law. I have not passed the bar yet. I've applied over and over to legal assistant and paralegal jobs, crickets, or getting emails back, sorry, we picked somebody else. Don't really know what I'm doing wrong. But I decided to kind of flip the script a little bit and try psychology jobs because I double majored in undergrad. I double majored in law and justice and psychology, so I have a psychology degree. So I saw that a place nearby was hiring for CBT, and so I was like, okay. And it said, we'll pay for all your training, we'll get you certified. So applied for it, got a call back, did an on-phone interview. They were like, we like you so much, we're going to go ahead and move forward, we're going to get you trained, and then we're going to talk to you again after your training. I did 40 hours of training. It was actually a little bit more than 40 hours, but the modules were 40 hours of training. I got my certificate, I turned it in, they were like, okay, we still really like you. I went in, I had a second interview, kind of, and then they were like, okay, you'll hear back from us by the end of the week, we still like you so much, we look forward to talking to you. I get an email yesterday, and they're like, sorry, somebody more experienced ended up applying, and we went with them. Why did you make me... They didn't pay me, but they paid for the program to get me certified. They paid to get me certified. They made me do the training. And then they still didn't hire me. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm qualified for the position. All I need to do is get the certifications, which now I have. And all of a sudden, now I'm getting passed over. Again, it is so frustrating. I'm about to go back to being a barista at this point. I have a bachelor's in law, justice, and psychology. I've got a Juris Doctorate. Now I've got a CBT certificate, and I still can't get a job. I can't get a job in any of these fields, and I don't understand what it is that I'm doing wrong. And at this point, I feel like I'm just going to go be a barista for a year, get my money up, and then go try to take the bar again. But does anybody have any advice or know what to do? Because
If you have gotten a job in this job market, can you please tell me what you did in the comments? Because I'm going insane. I just went through 2 months 6 rounds of interviews with a company. Made it to the very end. I was so sure I was going to get it, and I just got rejected. Nothing else has panned out. I've interviewed with the company I used to work at, other companies, all types of roles. I have an engineering degree. I was working at a really good company before this, and now I'm hitting 9 months of unemployment, and I'm going insane. I feel silly making a TikTok about this, but I don't know what else to do. I feel like I've tried everything. I was on LinkedIn messaging people. I've used my connections. I don't know what else to do.
Using the money in my savings and the money that I received from unemployment, I paid my rent for an entire year. I was paying my car. I just surrendered my car last month. The rubber is now meeting the road. Nowhere in my 2025 timeline did I expect to be unemployed for a full calendar year. Next month will make a full calendar year. At some point, I was going to church 3 times a week, and I mean like consistently. And at the time, like I was dating somebody, and he was like, "Oh, like, do you have a life outside of church?" No, unfortunately, I don't. You know, I just need to hear from God, because what's going on? Like, how can I think about pottery at a time like this? How could I think about a tennis match at a time like this? I need a job. Like, I am wired for success and achievement. Imagine the blow. Imagine the humbling experience it has been to be unemployed for a full calendar year. You think I feel like picking up a paintbrush and exploring who I am, like deep down inside? I need a job.
So I am part of the 300,000 Black women that has been laid off out of the job force. I myself have been laid off for over 2 years, and to even get back to the job get back to corporate, get back to steady income has been very difficult. It's to the point where every time I get new strides in my bills, another thing hits me. This time is my credit card, and it's been hard to even pay them back because they add more fees each time you try to pay them back, and it's to the point where they're dragging me to court. So I'm reaching out to my TikTok people and see if they can push me, repost me, get me in front of those recruiters, get me in front of those hiring managers that actually are hiring tech sales people, anybody in tech, consultant, analyst roles.
All right, let's get into it, man. It does seem like the market is trash out here. A lot of people is stressing, but I saw one billboard in New York that was passed around. I think it's in New York, it's in LA. It's this AI company saying stop hiring humans, hire Ava or something like that. Is AI taking the jobs away from humans, man? I read one story where their website was saying, I think the company's name is Artisan, Artisan, and they were saying that their AI can do the job of 5 to 10 people. So you imagine if you paying $50,000 for this AI software, you can get rid of 5 to 10 people. You talking about they're making about 50,000 or 60,000 or even up. You talking about you could save 500,000 easily by buying this AI software. So I think a lot of companies starting to move in that direction. Now, is it fair? Is it right? No, because it's causing hurt on the economy. But I think as we use more AI, ChatGPT and Gemini, and I think Google just dropped theirs. People is relying on that more, and even though I think it's better in some aspects, it's way more dangerous also because you feed all your information and all your personalities and all these things about you and your company into a machine that will eventually possibly can destroy you. You know what I mean? Let's be honest with you. I use AI, but at the same time, man, it could be very, very dangerous. And what I'm seeing, especially this one lady, when she was like, companies not even valuing your time right now. You know, she went for an interview. They asked her to sit outside because the interviewer went on break. Okay, I can understand that. Maybe like she said, the wires got crossed. But after I'm out there for a while and I go back and then you still tell me, well, I'm still on break, I'm with her. I don't want to work for your company because right now I'm frustrated. I'm gonna be mean mugging in the interview process, and I'm probably gonna say something stupid. I'm probably gonna say something to you because I'm already frustrated because I'm looking for a job. My bills are behind, and you up here playing with my time. So I'm probably gonna say something in the interview that's gonna ruin it anyway. So it's best that I go home and move on. This other lady said she was applying for a janitor position. You know, she got, I think, had a psychology degree, a degree in communication. One said she got like a lawyer degree, but she didn't pass the bar. So it's a lot of degrees and a lot of educated people that just can't seem to find a job right now. And the rubber is hitting the road. One lady said she surrendered her car, you know what I mean, she sent her car back because she couldn't afford it. But that's happening all over the country right now. I'm starting to see a lot of people, houses getting foreclosed on. I'm starting to see repos go up through the roof, even crime going through the roof because people are getting desperate. And like I said earlier, desperate people do desperate things in desperate times, man. And so now I always tell people, we all got a gift. We all got talents. We just got to go find it. Right now, it's time to home in on your skills. What are you good at? Because the scriptures say your gifts will put you in front of important men. You know what I mean? Put you in front of your gift. We all got that gift and talent, and that'll put us in front of people where we can support ourselves. You know what I mean? Let's find that gift. Your gift might be painting, your gift might be farming. You know what I mean? Your gift might be nursing. Your gift might be taking care of people. Your gift might be encouraging people. Whatever that gift is, start honing on that gift, man. And then and become an expert in that gift. And then people will exchange their finances for your talents. You know what I mean? So relying on a job right now is very dangerous. Like I said, I was listening to a content creator, I think it was yesterday, and he was a truck driver, and he was saying, man, I can't even find a job. You know what I mean? Right now, he said he calling all his contacts, and he been driving trucks almost 30 years, and he can't even find a job right now. You know what I mean? He know truckers that own their own business and say, hey, man, I ain't got none. I'm trying to keep my guys afloat right now. So it's really rough out here. A lot of people is losing Medicaid. So I don't know if it's part of the plan. I have no idea. But right now, it's a dangerous, we're living in a precedent time. And if you're not careful, people gonna start, like old girl says, people gonna start losing their shit out here, bro. And hurting people, bro. Because it ain't necessary that they want to hurt nobody. It's just that they're so frustrated with where they are in life right now. And they feel like they ain't got nothing to lose. And 3 hearts in the cot is better than probably what they got right now. There's a lot of homeless people out here, man. There's a lot of people sleeping on the street. And I always tell people, man, right now, it is the time. If you know somebody that you can partner with, and I know people, I don't want nobody in my house. I can't deal with nobody in my house. Tribe up with somebody, man. I call it tribing up, man. Moving in with somebody, splitting the bills or renting a room, doing something, man. Take some of the pressure off you from having to have a house by yourself or your family. Bring somebody in to help you alleviate the bills. Maybe that rent that they're paying on that one room can pay some bills in your house or pay your car note or do something, man. Right now, it's a time to be tribing up with one another, man, because it is tough out here. It's tough out here on everybody. You know what I mean? So not just the wealthy. A lot of people say they're wealthy, but a lot of people ain't got no money. They got credit, they got assets, but a lot of people is definitely not liquid. The ones who's liquid, they ain't talking about it because they see what's going on. They sit back waiting to say, hey, when that house go in foreclosure, I'm gonna go buy that house because there's about $300,000 equity in that house. They ain't looking at cars. Cars is a depreciating asset. I would not buy a car if I'm an investor. Why? You're gonna lose your money on that. So those who out there got a job, man, help somebody who don't have a job. Help if you got openings out there, you can help somebody, man. Help somebody right now. We are in some bad times. We are, and a lot of people is nervous. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people is going hungry. A lot of people is going homeless. A lot of people going carless. And right now, man, that's where we at. So with that said, I'm Abrew. Until next time, the job market seems to be trash.